How do you feel about it?
Not wanting.
So these are my drugs for IVF. This is the non-perishable items. You've got the needles. Funny story about these needles. I remember looking at them and opening them up, and I don't know if you can tell. I thought that this was the needle that I would be injecting myself with. Like I said, I'm not sure if you can see how thick that is, but it is very, very thick. An 18 gauge needle. And I almost had a nervous breakdown until I discovered these little needles, which is a 27 gauge needle. And I realized these would be the ones that I would be doing the injections with. They're like half the size. They're like as long as my fingernail. Much better for subcutaneous injections. Currently sitting here at the doctor's office. We just had the initial ultrasound to check on the lining of my uterus and to check on my eggs, and I currently have 9. There could be more, but that's what we know for sure right now. So now I'm just here to see about figuring all this out. Wish me luck.
Walk you through how to properly inject Menopur at home. I'm here to show you step-by-step. You will learn how to mix Menopur with sodium chloride using the Q-cap vial adapter, how to prepare the injection, and finally, how to inject your medication. I realize you may be nervous, but
So it begins. The journey of IVF to try and start a family begins here. The journey of a million miles begins with one step. Day 5 of IVF injections, and tomorrow is what I go in for. I follow up. This is my updated protocol for at least one day. I'm going to mix these 2 powders and a half of this vial, and we're pretty much finishing up the Gonal F, and we're upping the dose of Menopur. And so far everything looks good.
Alright, so we're on our way to Germany and Djibouti, Africa, and let's go for a little tour of the airplane. So right now we got it all set up for some sleeping that's gonna be going on over the Atlantic, and we got all of our food goodies and everything's set to go.
I am on my way to Clovis Community Medical Group, where the Women's Fertility and Specialty Center is. We have 8 eggs that we are working with, and we are hoping that all 8 are responsive, but the doctor is anticipating that we have about 5 in the end after it's all said and done, that we'll be able to work with. So here's hoping for these little embryos to keep growing. Well, they're not embryos yet, but these little eggs, oocytes, to keep growing, so that way we can hopefully have a positive outcome. So, the story, husband. Megan and I get to the hospital. We're super early, and we don't see anyone. Like, not a soul. Told to be here at 7. And so, I'm there, and guess who gets on the elevator with us? I think his name's Eric. Yeah. And so, Eric gets on the thing with us. Yes. Hey! That's the guy. That's the baby maker.
There we go. Perfect timing then.
We are here. Husband, I was just going over, and Megan will probably show you, but she has a lunch and adult doodle materials.
Adult doodle materials. It's my snack pack and toys. Exactly what it is.
Yeah, we are here. We have arrived. Megan, you picked up the hen?
I did.
You delivered the football.
Package has been delivered. Now we just gotta get to the goal.
Oh man. I'm super nervous, so hence I am talking a lot and making a lot of really stupid jokes. This is the only time I'm funny.
It's the only time I'm funny. Because when I try, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I'm too slow. I don't think of things fast enough. No, I don't. But this is like
first, okay?
the weight. Oh,
Yes.
don't do that. But it's the Green Team Growth Day for this 2-egg expiration. Changing into that right there. This is the ensemble. Ready to go. We're on our way. Today is transfer day. I convinced Scott to wear his Team Green shirt. He's so happy about it. I, for the record, told him he did not have to wear it. He did not. He chose to.
I asked my wife what she wanted me to do. She wants me to wear it.
Whoa.
So I wore it.
Whoa. I just said it would be fun, but you are under no obligation.
But I still asked her what she wanted me to do.
Oh gosh. Anyway.
I'm not bitter.
We are on our way. I just took my Valium. I'm working on drinking my water. Her appointment's at 8:30. And yeah, it'll be excited. This is like the last part of this phase. The first part's all the injection. The first part's the birth control and all the appointments. The second part's all the injections. This last part is to do with like the retrieval and the implantation and all of that. But yeah, it's a beautiful day, nice and drizzly to implant a baby, some babies, who knows. It's just gonna be interesting to see how many made it, really, because we have no idea.
And that's okay.
And that is okay.
Because we wouldn't know anyway if it was in her body natural.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't know. It's been a long time coming to get to this point, but it's been. I've learned a lot about myself and about what it is that I can handle, and this is, I mean, irregardless of the outcome, it has been a positive experience. What would you like to say about IVF, husband?
It's been good, but I hope it stays good and she stays pregnant.
Amen. He's so tired. Where did you just get back from, husband?
Djibouti, Africa.
Yep, he got back just in the nick of time. So, a little update. We transferred 2 embryos. The 2 embryos, one was a almost mature blastocyst, and the other one was a morula, so it's like in between the almost blastocyst phase. It was on its way. It's just the development slowed down a little bit. Here's hoping that everything continues to go well. Just taking it super, super easy. Everything looks good so far, but these are our embryos. The top one is the almost blastocyst, the bottom one is the morula. Then we have a couple of other embryos that are still developing, and we'll determine if we have anything to freeze after this. So we're back from our implantation. Currently, we are pregnant. For all intents and purposes, we are pregnant. It's pretty exciting.
See, it's a super glue stick though.
It's not super glue. He asked Dr. Sweldo, what did you ask her?
I was like, okay, how do you get the stick in there? Do you use super glue? Do you use like is it Velcroed in there or something, or what? And he's like, no, it's pretty sticky on its own. I'm like, okay.
The whole procedure went really well. Yeah, it went pretty well. No complaints.
Good morning, Women's Specialty and Fertility Center. Can you please hold?
Yep.
Thank you. We'll be right with you.
I don't know if you're able to look up, or I don't know if actually I'm supposed to call and find out if what the final status was on our embryos, like after we'd done the transfer for the remainder of the embryos.
Yeah, I can look up that information. Looking at the embryology report, hon,
Okay.
and we did the transfer on day 5, and at that point, none of them were eligible to freeze. So they gave them one more day, which was day 6, and they were still behind in the quality was not ideal for freezing. So we had no embryos frozen.